Hey, good people. How are you? I'm Dr. Seth, psychologist. I want to start with a question today. Don't think too long about this one. Assertiveness. When you hear that word, assertiveness, do you tend to think of assertiveness as a good thing? If you picture someone asserting themselves, what do you picture? Do you picture that being a healthy, positive thing? Or do you picture that someone asserting themselves could possibly be negative? They might be too dominant or angry or too loud or even yelling. Assertiveness. All right. That's really what we're going to talk about briefly today. A lot of times people have negative associations to the word assertiveness. Sometimes people think that asserting yourself is something you shouldn't do, or that if you do assert yourself, it means that you are probably angry and you may look rude and you may upset people and it may create conflicts and may start arguments. Now, the truth is, people should be able to assert themselves without it causing a huge conflict. Assertiveness, I believe, as a psychologist of 20 years, can be a really positive thing. It is important for us to, first of all, know what our emotional needs are, what we want, and to be able to express those to the people that we have relationships with. Now, here's the key. You want to express things, you want to communicate. When you communicate in ways that are healthy, in ways that are good. Clinically, we would use the term pro-social, in pro-social ways, but that just basically means in good ways that are effective. So, if you want to express yourself and your needs to someone, are they going to really listen to you? Are they going to really hear you if you're yelling at them or blaming at them or saying, why don't you do this or that? Probably not. Their defense mechanisms may get shored up and they may sort of stop listening or even get defensive and shut you out. Maybe it starts an argument. But the truth is, if you can learn to assert yourself in a way that is firm but gentle, a lot of times the people in your life, whether in your home life, in your family, in your friend's life, if you can find a way to do it in healthy ways, even at work, they can actually hear you. So, yes, the goal is for us to learn to be able to assert ourselves, but to do it in a firm but gentle way. Gentle is the key. Okay. One way to think about it is picture, for example, you're going to a hotel and there's someone at the front desk, and some customer comes up to the front desk and starts yelling or is really annoyed and, gets really angry and maybe even says some rude things. Well, typically, what will the person at the front desk do? They will often not get emotionally reactive. They will listen. They will try to say something appropriate and fair. They will make the other person feel heard. And then maybe they will try to find a solution. Okay. That is an example of some of the things that we can try to do when we want to assert ourselves or when someone is asserting themselves with us. We can say, let's be measured. Let's be calm. Let's listen. We don't need to immediately decide anything. Let's not judge anyone. Let's not try to make any rash decisions. Let's not get angry. Let's not escalate the situation. No, let's try to, in a healthy way, assert in a firm but gentle way what we need and what we think is best. So here's the point. Asserting yourself, if you can find a way to do it gently, is really important. It's helpful. It's good for you. It's related to having good self esteem. And listen, in relationships, when two people really care about each other, they should also give each other space to assert themselves, to assert when they're upset, or to assert maybe something that they would like to change in the relationship. A lot of times, if people in a relationship go along and nobody ever asserts themselves or asserts what they want to change or what they want their partner to do differently, sometimes that relationship will continue, but deep down, people will be angry about it. They will have secret thoughts and feelings that they don't actually share with their partner about how they feel. And then sometimes those problems later get bigger and they come out in fights or arguments. And so the more a person learns to assert themselves in fair but gentle ways with the people that they have relationships in their life, the more honest their communications are, and really the healthier their relationships can be. So ultimately, the takeaway is firm but gentle assertiveness can be a really good thing in relationships. Now, it's not always easy or comfortable for everyone to do. In fact, if you're not someone who has been really direct about sharing exactly what you need in relationships and how you feel, it can be really uncomfortable to try to start doing that. But here's what you need to remember: anything you practice can get stronger. So if you start practicing this healthy assertiveness and really try sometimes in a gentle way to assert what you need or what you want in a relationship, the next time and the next time after that can get a little easier, so that over time, guess what? This behavior becomes just sort of automatic. And you know what is important? Relationships where you can be yourself and you can gently assert yourself, a lot of times you feel more trusting of the other person in that relationship. Why? Because you know the other person lets you be you, understands you. The other person actually sees you. Okay. I know that not everyone naturally or automatically asserts themselves, but it is one of those behaviors that really can change over time. All right. So I hope some of these thoughts may have been helpful for you. Maybe you can carry them with you, think about them more. You may also find some other videos on my channel here helpful. I wish you all the best.